Hello, this is Sheenah Lasco and I'm going to present to you the activity 1, building systems design. So this activity will develop a deep knowledge and will foster the skills required to adopt a building system approach compliant to the National Building Code of the Philippines and its referral codes. This residential building that we're going to assess according to the National Building Code of the Philippines has a lot area of 185.1409 square meters, which is also a corner lot, and the floor area is 63.54 square meters. The location of this residential building is at Darla Subdivision, Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte. So for the non-conformity of this residential building, according to the National Building Code of the Philippines, the main entrance door should have a least dimension of 0.9 meters for the width and 2 meters for the height. So let's check if this main entrance door will pass the building code. So the width of this main entrance door is 0.8. So this is non-conformity since wala siya napasa sa building code. And then for the height, 205 centimeter, which is okay, but its width is non-compliant. Therefore, this is non-conformity. So for another non-conformity of this residential building is the service doors, such as the comfort room doors. So for these comfort room doors, according to the National Building Code of the Philippines, the least dimension should be at least 700 mm of width and 2 meters of height. So let's check if it's conformity to the National Building Code of the Philippines. 61. So wala siya ni pasa because wala siya ni greater than or ni least dimension of at least 700 mm. So for its height, it is 210 centimeters. So it's okay, but the width is not or compliant to the Code of the Philippines.
So for the site vicinity map, here's the Google Map link. So if you want to access or open our location, so this is the map link below, so you can copy it right away. And then this is the zoom in of this Google Map picture or screenshot. So for the site area has 185.1409 square meters, and the location is in Block 10, Lot 1, Darlo Subdivision, Federal Road 2, Barangay Tibalog, Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte. So this lot area, so may mga another houses, and then vacant lots. So next, site development plan. So for the site development plan, ito yung one-story residential building. So for the floor area is 63.54 square meters, and its lot area is 185.1409 square meters. So ito yun siya. So highway dito, and then residential lot or another bahay, and then residential lot din dito. So firewall dito kasi nakasagad yung building dito sa my rear part. And then next, according to NBCP or the National Building Code of the Philippines, in Section 708, minimum requirements for Group A dwellings. So, the dwelling location and lot occupancy. The dwelling shall occupy not more than 90% of a corner lot and 80% of an inside lot, and subject to the provisions on easement light and view of the Civil Code of the Philippines shall be at least 2 meters from the property line. So, ang sabi dito is, it should be 90% para sa corner lot. Since corner lot ito sa amin, so ang computation nito is 185.1409 times 90% or 0.9, yung value is 166.62681. Therefore, yung floor area is 63.54, which is less than the 166.62681 square meters of the 90% of the true lot area. Hindi naman siya nag-exceed, therefore it is okay. And then the light and ventilation, so okay yung light and ventilation sa bahay namin. And then the sanitation. So every dwelling shall be provided with at least one sanitary toilet and adequate washing and drainage facilities. So far, may dalawang toilet kami, sanitary toilet, and then may washing and proper drainage facilities naman po kami dito. So, okay. Next is, para sa entrance and exit, there shall be at least one entrance and another one for exit. So, let's explain first the floor plan. So, ito yung sa floor plan namin. Dito yung entrance and dito yung exit. So, okay siya agad. Kasi may one entrance and may one exit. So, may room 1, room 2, room 3, and the storage room. So, comfort room 1 and comfort room 2, kitchen area, dining area, and the living area. For the Chapter 8, Light and Ventilation, Section 801, General Requirements of Light and Ventilation, Letter B. All buildings shall face a street or public alley or private street which has been duly approved. So, ito yung may highway dito sa left side and then sa front, and then so may dalawang highway, and then dito residential lot, and then dito is firewall. So, okay siya. And then for the 805, for the ceiling heights. So, the ceiling heights is makikita dito sa elevations. So, for the elevations, sabi dito sa National Building Code is that habitable rooms provided with artificial ventilation have ceiling heights not less than 2.4 meters measured from the floor to the ceiling. So, ito dito is 2.7 meters man ito. So, greater than 2.4. Therefore, okay siya yung ceiling heights namin. Next, 806 are the size and dimensions of rooms. A is the minimum sizes of rooms, and their least horizontal dimensions shall be as follows. 1. Rooms for human habitations. 6 square meters with at least dimensions of 2. So, dito sa amin is, for the room 1, na-compute ko na to. Sa room 1 is, ang area nito is 9.25. So, okay siya, greater than 6 square meters. And the least dimension is 2.5, which is greater than 2. So, okay. And then for the room 2, 6.75 ang yang square meters. Therefore, okay siya. And then the least dimension is 2.5. So, greater than 2 pa rin. So, for the room 3, 6 ang kanyang square meters. And then yung least dimension is 2. Therefore, okay siya kasi hindi naman siya nag-less than ng 2. So, okay siya lahat. Let's proceed to number 2. Kitchens with 3 square meters with at least dimension of 1.5 meters. So, for the kitchen, yung area namin is 8.14, wherein 3 square meters lang ang minimum. So, since 8.14 is greater than 3, therefore, okay siya. For the least dimension namin is 2.2. So, okay siya since according dito, 3 square meters ang kanyang least dimension or least area sa kitchen. So, okay. And then the least dimension is 1.5 meters. So, sa amin is 2.2 yung least dimension niya. And then yung area, kitchen area namin is 8.14. Therefore, okay. For the bath and toilet, so may dalawa kami CR, which is the comfort room number 1 and the comfort room number 2. So, for the comfort room number 1, 1.2 square meters with at least dimension of 0.9 meters. So, sa amin is, area namin is 2.4. So, okay. And then, least dimension is 1.2. Okay pa rin siya. Pero, Para sa comfort room number 2, area of 2.2 and the least dimension of 1.1, which is greater than 1.2 square meters with at least dimension of 0.9 meters. So, okay pa rin siya. So, lahat is conformity para sa National Building Code of the Philippines. And then, for the Section 808, window openings. Every room intended for any use not provided with artificial ventilation system, as herein specified in this code, shall be provided with a window or windows with a total free area of openings equal to at least 10% of the floor area of room, and such window shall open directly to court, yard, public street or alley, or open water courses. So, lahat ng windows namin dito is pumasa siya sa National Building Code. So, for the room number 1 and room number 2 and room number 3, since same lang yung dimensions ng windows, so 1.116, therefore okay siya. For the CR, 0.27, okay pa rin siya, greater than 0.24, and then 1 is greater than 0.22. So, pasa siya lahat. And then next, for the water supply system. So, whenever available, the potable water requirements for a building used for human habitation shall be supplied from existing municipal or city waterworks system. So, since ang nagpo-produce ng tubig namin dito is from municipal waterworks system, so this is also compliant since yung bahay namin is connected to the water supply from municipal waterworks system. That's all. Thank you.